morning, everyone. It's a nice view from up here, a lot of familiar faces. I'm excited to have this opportunity to share my experience of the past 10 months in Sweden and at Lund University. I'm Sriya. I study data analytics and business economics. I'm from Kathmandu, Nepal. And before anyone assumes, no, I haven't climbed Mount Everest yet. And I've seen it like many other people through airplane windows. As I said, I'm from Nepal. It's in Asia, and it has the world's 4.5 billion population. Not in Nepal, in Asia. So naturally, when I showed Lund to my parents via videos, they always asked, is it a holiday there? Or why is it so empty? When one moves to a new place, cultural shocks come in various forms, and less population was one of them for my parents and I. The cultural shocks continued. When it was my first day of class, my professor specifically told us not to call him as sir, professor, doctor, which is extremely weird in Sweden, and I get it now. But I was more confused. Calling my teachers by their first name is even more weird. It took me a long time to get used to. Adapting to a new place is a process. Here are some funny things that happened to me. Probably doesn't relate to a lot of Swedish students, but would like to ask you if these have happened to you as well. How many of you have confidently taken the right bus, but in the wrong direction? How many of you have thrown your own money in the trash by not recycling the soda cans and bottles? How many of you have made the mistake of trusting the sunny weather here and by not carrying a jacket and suddenly regretting it later? The weather changes really quickly. Nevertheless, we survived. We also survived the dreaded dark winters that everyone talked about since day one. This deserves a round of applause for all of us. But honestly, for me, it wasn't so bad. By the time darkness took over Lund, I was more used to navigating Lund, not getting lost, and also meet a family here, very far away from home. Friendship, a tricky term when you move to a new country. All of us have great friendships back home. They know all your dirty secrets, but choose to stay with you. But in a new place, it's confusing when all of us come from different cultures and we don't have much in common. But luckily, I found great friends. I traveled the world through their stories. The stories of Latin and Central America, from Machu Picchu in Peru, knowledge of never heard before animals in Brazil, to the rich cultural history of Maya in Honduras. I learned about the diversity of Europe, from Jesus in the Netherlands and their correct pronunciations, not getting scammed, itinerary in Hungary, to the amazing culture and food of Bulgaria, amazing advancements in Germany, and beautiful places and karaoke of Poland. Lastly, from the traditional dances of Azerbaijan to delicious food and spices in India, I want to thank all of you for sharing a piece of your life with me and giving us a chance to know each other beyond stereotypes. With my heart full of love and admirations for my friends and a long travel itinerary to all of these beautiful countries, I just need a job and some money. Despite the fun stories, one of the stories shared by my friend from Afghanistan, where educated women aren't allowed to work, has also made me feel privileged to be getting education and this freedom to still having a voice. As we connect through such stories, it opens our perspective to a world beyond what we see around us. Although I'm a student of data and work with AI, I believe we need human connections more than ever. I believe people going against people in view of stereotypes about specific culture or religion isn't making this world a better place to live in. We don't choose where we are born or what culture or religion we grew up with. However, all we can do is hope to have a good life and keep working towards making it better. If there is one thing we can take away from the experiences we had at Lund University, is to be kind and see people beyond the labels which they didn't have a choice about. I want to congratulate all of my classmates of the Data Analytics and Business Economics program for not giving up, striving to understand all the new concepts and surviving this intense program. You have made it. Lastly, I want to thank Lund University and Sweden for opening its door to immigrants like me, who could merely dream to be here. I also want to thank the Swedish Scholarship for sponsoring my education and helping me achieve my dream of studying at such a reputed institution. I also want to thank my family who couldn't be here today, but have been cheering for me from 7,700 kilometers away. I want to conclude with a quote that I read somewhere. Never deprive someone of hope. It might be all that they have. Let's foster empathy, compassion, and positivity wherever we go next. The sky's the limit. Go get them. Thank you.